Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the PUBG EU Pro Scrims. It's the 16th of February 2022, and this is game number 4. We move on to Erangel, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time. Let's find out which of our teams will end up grabbing the chicken dinners this time around as we move on to the greener pastures of PUBG. 18 teams fighting for those placement points and kill points tonight in our pro scrims, ladies and gents. Obviously, as close to real competition as we're going to get on a regular basis. So very important for the teams to get their practice in. Previously, we had FaZe and NaVi dropping on top of each other. I get the feeling this is going to be a lot more chilled out. There you can see. As far as Erangel is concerned, don't think Team Liquid are going to get interrupted on their way into Pachinki either. We have got some car wars going on here. Spyro and Code Marco looking like they're going to grab a car each. Code Marco going for this one, being very brave indeed. And he's going to try and stop maybe Spyro from getting the other one. No, he's not. He's just going to be playing very nice indeed. That was very well mannered, actually. I thought they were going to attempt to run over there, but that's fine. This is awkward. We have Jempty and Smash in cars with each other. He's letting Smash out. Look at that. A little bit of sportsmanship there in practice. Basically, in a tournament, Jempty would have just driven to his teammates and Smash would be dead. Smash knows that. Everyone agrees who won that fight. That's fine. They move on. They crack on. They want the practice. I love that. That's good to see. Circle 1, less good to see. Ho-ho! Just over 1/3 of Phase 1 is playable. We are centering in between Lipovka and Milta Power. God, center of the circle must be somewhere like here. That is rough. It's going to be fine, though, because teams have plenty of time to get in, and they can also comfortably tank the blue damage. Also, once we get to Phase 4, the circle will be moving back towards land. What this means is this game ends up being accelerated. You're going to see teams rotating in Phase 1, Phase 2, sort of around where NOTAG are now. These compounds will be full. Prison will be difficult to get out of. Prison cliffs are going to be a bit of a hotspot, I think, as teams sort of center in around this location, anticipating the circle moving inland later on. The only team on Sosnovka Island as well are the 4 Slayers. Here we're watching Zero making his bunk bed for the night. Well, it's not a bunk bed, is it, John? What are you talking about? As they loot up near Novorepnoye. Dignitas encroaching on a compound that I would recommend they don't. And I think Hiruzen and Shinboy have both detected some funny stuff going on here, and they're going to go ahead and get the hell out of Dodge. No early game shenanigans here. And 18 teams in a circle like this, where it's less than half playable, is going to be very, very entertaining to watch indeed. Mercurial want early position. They're rotating early. They've made that decision. Ibi, Pixelic, Edez, and Jempty. They're going for it early on. They might be able to get all the way beyond Shelter. Shelter's... You might be able to hold the Shelter Hills, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go all the way to something like Prison Cliffs or maybe towards Lumberyard or something like that. We'll have to wait and see. This is all very exciting. In the meantime, I'm sure you all want to know, in between the two games, I was attempting to wolf down dinner very, very quickly. And I've burnt my tongue, but fortunately I can still talk. Ah, life of a caster, hey? So let's see where they end up going. I think they are going to go past Shelter here. Here come Mercurial in single file. Oh, as soon as I say single file, Ibi peels off. Back onto it now. There we go. Yes, indeed, they're moving past. Unfortunately, NOTAG are in front of them. They're in front of them in a big way. They might have heard O'Connell. Yes, they have. They can see O'Connell's car, so they're going to move north. This is potentially good if they can get the prison cliffs if Dignitas weren't there. Mercurial threading the needle. Dignitas opting not to shoot, at least for now. They want to get further in. Oh, this is going to be hairy. This is going to be well hairy. Look at this. Entropiq moving in. Who is that? That is Rupture trying to escape, and they can't. Entropiq take over what are now known as the blues and what were previously known as the yellows. And so Mercurial moved north, interestingly, to the outskirts of Lipovka. I think they're going to go ahead and grab these warehouses instead. Okay. Very interesting indeed. Lumberyard has been taken by NOTAG. Rafrenko looking for players, but they shouldn't find any here. We should be good. What is going on here? This is Gatka, guys. Zune and Highman. Oh my god, I feel like that nade should have killed him. That one will. That one absolutely will. Highman gets Zune and gets revenge for Tekers out here on the outskirts of Gatka. Simsy trying to return a bit of damage. Looking for Highman, doesn't quite get it. These guys have to decide if they want to rotate in or not, to be honest. I feel like getting in zone is probably more important than continuing to engage here, but you never know. Physics goes down to Highman and Salty. Highman with the mini 14 iron sights as well. Like, these guys... It's clearly not the best loot. Intense is sticking around for the fight. The problem is Nixie is right next to him. He doesn't know Nixie's here. He doesn't know Nixie's here. M24, one shot there. Simsy, the last player alive for the Diamond Dogs. Highman's going in up close. And Simsy with his own Molotov eliminates himself and the Diamond Dogs. That's all the way out in Gatka when the circle's in Lipovka. That is a strange fight. Digital Athletics now quite split. They're in mini mill to power fighting against 4 Slayers. TN stuck here. I think TN would rather get away with the rest of the team, to be perfectly honest. Schiller's coming in as well to help. And that's TN down. Digital Athletics definitely have mini mill to now, if they didn't before. And the car... TN shaking his head saying, you can't get the car through there. And I'm afraid TN is correct, even though he won't be able to get back into this game. That was quite funny. Big Boss Life and Virtus.pro now vying for control of Shelter and the surrounding area. I'm wondering if BBL are... They're not spoiling for the fight right now. They're actually in Shelter and they've been looting. They're just quietly watching. They don't care about Virtus.pro. And that might mean that someone like Perfectix could actually get a really nice angle on them. Team Liquid just get a... What? What happened to Smash? Mixie just ran Smash over. I didn't actually see what happened there. But the rest of the team aren't close by. Oh no, and we have 4 Slayers going up against Entropiq. Evas gets double, and I don't think the rest of the Slayers are going to be able to come and support him here. There's no real cover. I think Zero's in a better spot than Double was, unfortunately. FaZe are reasonably split, but no one's really contesting them with the exception of NOTAG. Next circle comes in. It's far south, but it's not too bad because as a percentage of playable area, it's actually improved from before. So there'll be 3 or 4 teams that have to rotate in, but otherwise we're good. NaVi might be forced to take Milta or hang around north of it. It looks like they are going to go into Milta, which means BBL could end up backfilling them. Ixie and Svetlana have got the Wizard Tower outside of prison. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either, and you'll definitely hear if someone's coming up on Eugene's with some rather creative driving there. Does the car get righted again? No. You'll have to run the rest of the way, unfortunately. Big fight between Mercurial and Entropiq. They're going to be pushing in now. Here comes Pixelic. That is indeed a crash. Not even going inside, going straight up to the roof, looking for maximum angles to look at. The problem with going on the roof is that everyone else can see you as well. Rise and Win, fancying a go. Luca Rooks and Nailup struggling. A fantastic Molotov. Does that hit Nailup? It does. As it should. Really good stuff there from Ibby. Luca Rooks now trying to finish him off. Ibby down to bandages only. Mark 14 and bandages. What a combo. That's going to put a little bit of a pause on things. That's for sure. Luca Rooks trying to get in. Gets Ibby down with a spray just at the right time, actually. The rest of Mercurial have to push in now from the smoke. They do. Oh my god, Luca Rooks almost gets 3! He gets 2.9 down, by the way. Pixelic, he almost single-handedly took down Mercurial. He knocked Ibby, he knocked Edez, and he got Pixelic down to something like, what, 10 HP? My god. Take a bow, Luca Rooks. It wasn't quite enough on this occasion. But what a great effort there from Entropiq. Evas and QB could have considered crashing in at that point, but it's a bit too late now. XFlow, in the meantime, are trying to tell Sakura that this wasn't a good idea from their point of view. I think that's fair enough. Mercurial gets everyone up, I think. Rise and Win are not shooting them. They're busy shooting beyond. And it's Dignitas that they're busy shooting at the moment. Let's see where the next circle goes. It should come further inland. Let's see if it screws us. This is game number 4 of tonight's Pro Scrims, and it goes south. So we've got Milta Power, we've got Mini Milta, we've got Lumberyard in. This is okay, I think. Let's take a look at the teams north that have to move in. Team Liquid have a reasonable amount of space, and Clip will know there's a team in front of them that's rotated in, which is good. Formulation Gaming are going to have to move in as well. Winners of game number 1 tonight. BFG and Polish Power, who are actually making an early move as well. So Bitfix and Polish Power should know very, very soon. They're not waiting. They know this because this area is basically unplayable because it's super flat. NOTAG trying to gatekeep Lou and Virtus.pro. Spyro and Perfectix are already down. We need to see some heroics here from Lou and Batulins. Problem is NOTAG have just such good angles on them right now. O'Connell is spotted by Lou, but as soon as he starts shooting, Explicit has an angle as well. Virtus.pro are struggling. They can only shoot in one direction at once, even if they can see too. So they have to make a decision here, and it looks like they're going to bail and treat this as a duo. The position from NOTAG was just too good. Formulation Gaming and Team Liquid are both potentially running into NOTAG now as well. Explicit spots Clib and gets him down. This might give Atomical a great opportunity to third party. A great opportunity to third party it is. That grenade slightly short. Explicit backing away, and formulation get Atomical could maybe have waited half a second and that spray would have got him, but it's easier to say that with hindsight. It's now more of an entrenched fight rather than anything open. Team Liquid also able to get their team member up, Svetlana Resin-Klib. And this looks okay. It looks like that's going to peter out. It could have been very explosive, I think, if Formulation Gaming decided to engage just a little bit later. It would have been very interesting indeed. Kalias getting hurt from range, I have to say, and Atomical coming in to mop up. That's useful. Formulation Gaming getting one kill at least, and now backing off. It's a very weird three-way fight, this. Jeems now ensuring Team Liquid are also engaging against Formulation. Atomical gets headshot from the mini. He had a bolty himself, but couldn't quite get there in time. Will Jeems get the follow-up? He won't. Svetlana and Klib both down. Fight or flight time for Team Liquid. What's it going to be? It's fight. Mixie has Klib. Jeems has Svetlana. Who's pushing? The answer's no one. 50 seconds. They're waiting for BBL. They think they might be a bit closer. They're not. They can actually get the res off comfortably right now before engaging. But if they wait another 10 seconds, they might be struggling. Virtus.pro eliminated by Dignitas. And that's on the edge of circle as well. Next circle coming in. We're centering on Mini Milta. NaVi have that place on lockdown. They're going to be very happy with this. Rise and Win might have to use the broken wall and Milta power just to wait it out a little bit. The remaining two members of NOTAG, they have a rock to call home right now. And Formulation Gaming are saying, we might like this rock. Oh, they go right round. They don't notice. And Team Liquid follow. They're not going to see either. Explicit comes out to play. They're busy fighting Team Liquid. And NOTAG now lose some shots. That alerts Formulation Gaming again to where they are. Atomical doesn't win the 1v1 that time. Will get finished off by Explicit as well. But Team Liquid are coming in to third party. And they successfully come in and mop up. However, in a minute and a half, this circle will be closed. And all of these players have to move. They're all outside of circle at the moment. This fight is far from over. Finalto down to Crunio, which means Bitfix Gaming are out of this game. Team Liquid, they've lost Jeems. Mixie's getting revived now. They need a way in. But Snooski and Tico are preventing that from happening right now. Clip getting up close and personal. Won't work. O'Connell's there. And NOTAG gets traded out as soon as he spots himself. Unfortunately, everyone else does as well. Tico with the heal. Looks like Hawkey's getting revived as well, but they have to move soon. This fight isn't over. Mixie and Svetlana have to move into these guys. They're essentially in the same bunch of smokes right now. Good spray from Mixie. Svetlana goes down. Needs to be a 1v2. It's now a 1v1. Can Hawkey? Yes! Mixie manages to hold it out. Now, can Svetlana get carried? Is he going to try? No, he's not. Mixie's just running. He's saying the damage is too great. Opting to go slightly further north to avoid any teams that might be third-partying this. The problem is, it's going to run into Polish Power. Now, Polish Power have no idea someone's up here, or if they did, they don't think he's coming from the blue. Oh. Entropiq do, though. He's got 6 more first aids, does Mixie, so he has time to do this. He's going to need a lot of it. Phase 5, by the way, going south. Mini Milta still in. FaZe Clan now in this compound here, very comfortably in pole position as far as centrality is concerned. Where's Mixie going? I don't know. Three first aids left. Big Boss Life now and XFlow. Further to the west. Messinic very close to spotting 54, and they have to be careful not to be drawn out too far, is BBL, because the watchtower is the rest of XFlow. So I like that they're falling back into a position where they can comfortably hold. Two more first aids for Mixie. Oh no! Something cancelled. I'm not sure what happened there, but Mixie's down to the zone. I thought he had that in time. I do not know what happened there. Team Liquid now out. 10 teams remaining. Rise and Win moving on to Sakura on the south side, but even this position isn't in zone yet. All four of their players are alive. There is plenty of opportunity for them, but they have to work out where they live and fast. Polish Power opting for the steer and pray approach. There's not much alternative at the moment, to be perfectly honest. Needs to get away from the car. It's about to blow. Oh dear. I mean, he got away from the car to begin with, but yeah. It was a rather awkward reunion, let's put it that way. Nixie gets blown out to all proportion by Rise and Win, and they now have this dip just outside of Mini Milter. The players that can ruin their day from this point, well, it's basically Highman. On the south side of the circle, he should have a fairly clear view of where Rise and Win are. The problem is, XFlow also have a very clear view of where Sakura is. So that means he can't enact even revenge on his fallen teammates just yet. NaVi from Mini Milter now trying to do as much damage as possible. They've had a quiet game so far because they've had a good position. They haven't needed to play edge and do any sort of team wipe yet. But now everyone else is going to be moving in. They know there's another team on the dip right outside because they can hear every shot from Rise and Win. Example with a speculative nade. I'm not sure about this nade because let's say the nade does knock someone. Are you really going to push out if you're NaVi? Well, let's find out. Melman gets Mikas. Does that mean NaVi push out? That's what I want to know. Oh, the follow-up nade is good, though. Maybe they just do that, to be fair. And this is why they're pro players and I'm not, ladies and gentlemen. Mikas might be able to revive. Yes! Mikas gets revived. And look, this is using a lot of utility, but NaVi aren't getting anyone out of the game. Although, to be fair, they were so close to getting Mikas. Like, credit there. Phase 6 locks out Mini Milter, so these teams are going to have to fight, by the way. No choice. Similarly, Mercurial has to move in to Digital Athletics, and Big Boss Life has to move into XFlow. Code Marco down to bandages, not good. Voldemon spots him. Is that a mutant? Go on, Voldemon. Hashtag Mutant Hill. There we go. XFlow up to 4 kills. Global Army should be able to get rezzed as well. They're doing all right. FaZe Clan. Quiet game. Great position. Very similar in that respect to NaVi, although NaVi's life is about to get significantly more spicy. Great cook nade onto Melman there. And Rise and Win have a return frag on example. Alia will get the res though. And you can see both teams have used so much of their utility, but they haven't really deleted anyone yet, right? This is going to have to come to a head in the next minute. There's no real choice. Another great nade from Rise and Win. No follow-up just yet. And they can't really push into it because XFlow have got angles on them if they choose to push in. From XFlow's point of view, ideally, they want both of these teams to take each other out and for someone like Global Army just to get the last knock as the teams wipe each other. They don't really want to be getting involved in this because the less those teams fight, the more they might end up fighting him later on. So maybe that's why strategically he's not taking the shots unless someone stands dead still. Which is fair enough. Mercurial now. Completing their push into Digital Athletics in essence. They're now finished. Let's see if Pixelic gets revived. That is an awful amount of damage to be taken by the blue. Edez needs to move. The car has basically no hit points. I'm not sure about that decision. He would have gotten in with something like 14 hit points remaining. And this car that actually runs over Ibby is ridiculous in terms of damage done to it. A strong fart would have blown that car up. NaVi forced out of mini power. Forced to go in the open because Rise and Win are right here, and they are suffering right now. We're down to our last 4 teams. Rise and Win, XFlow, FaZe Clan, and NaVi. Of these 4 teams, NaVi are by far the most endangered right now. Melman down to a solo. We've got FaZe Clan and Gustav specifically, I believe. Yep, indeed. To their northwest. And Rise and Win behind. I can't believe this prone in the open thing is actually working for Melman right now. Trying to stay out of the line of sight of FaZe Clan, and you do that by getting close to the ridge, which is fair enough. The problem is you introduce yourself to exactly this. Now, does Gustav know he's there? You know what? I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Oh, 80 just got a crate because obviously that's what we need in this circle. This buggy's about to blow up, as is Global Army, unfortunately. And that rotate in is rough. Voldemon, the only player left now. Using the cars as a shield. Needs to win the first knock with Nate. He can't do it. And it's Rise and Win who finish off XFlow. So NaVi are out, XFlow are out. It's a 4v3. FaZe Clan versus Rise and Win straight up. 2 members of Rise and Win are more or less out in the open. FaZe Clan have a prime opportunity to put them away. Get the first knock or 2. Diggory forced to heal. Rise and Win are the team that are going to have to move in a couple of minutes, by the way. Make no mistake. Scav gets Gustav. That makes it a 3v2 now because Elias has gone down as well. Fairly quick revive coming in from Kovaleni. It has to be quick. Under 20 seconds to the rest. Fantastic nade from 8C. Onto the 2 Rise and Win members that pushed up onto them. We're now seeing a little bit of return fire, and Gustav gets finished off as a result. 5 kills on FaZe Clan. It's a 2v3. What can they do? Are they moving back to get vehicles? No. Just to rotate west. Okay. FaZe choose to disengage. And as a result, Rise and Win actually go back up to 4. Scav has no meds whatsoever, though. That is a little bit of a problem. Scav should be given some meds by Mikas now, realizing that FaZe Clan have rotated west. I fully expect that's what Rise and Win have done. "29 minutes, only 2 teams left. It's a 4v2 and FaZe are still holding on. AC now full level 3 gear. Kovaleni spotted. Kovaleni is the player who's split from the rest of the team. Oh my god, what a delicious first shot there from 8C. Not quite good enough for the knock, but if Kovaleni gets knocked, it's going to be so difficult to get him back up. So that would be the critical knock. If that was a knock from 8C, that could have turned the tide of this fight. Kovaleni, though, now has time to heal. Unless he's run out of heals, to be fair. The rest of Wise and Rin. They're actually progressing significantly closer to the center of the circle than FaZe Clan are. So they're playing the long game here. They don't want to play this game on FaZe's terms. They would much, much rather make FaZe Clan come to them. And with phase 9 fast approaching, FaZe have to move. Smoke trail coming out. I don't think Kovaleni has meds, by the way. He doesn't. He doesn't. He's down to 8 bullets on an M16. He has got 140 for the barrel, though. That could end up being useful. Elias, the other side of the smokes to 8C now. And there we go. That's it. Scav and Elias managed to get those kills at the end. And with 7 kills, Rise and Win managed to grind down FaZe Clan and take the victory in our first Erangel game of the day. Very well done to Rise and Win. In second place, we have FaZe Clan, of course. And in third place was XFlow.